Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of Career Therapy. I am so proud of myself for making it thus far, and I'm also proud of you for sticking around until episode 10. Can we get a round of applause, please? I'm so proud of us, guys. But yeah, as you can see by the title, today we are really ending it off with a bang because we are speaking to money, 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 money. Okay, I know that as corporate people, we usually complain about this one source of income, the fact that it's not enough in Trump's economy. And rightfully so, it's not enough. Okay, we definitely need multiple streams of income and we need low cost, minimal capital, side hustle ideas. So today, this episode is jam packed because I have 10 realistic, low cost side hustles that you can try. And I'm definitely not ruling out the people that are not employed. I'm also speaking to unemployed people to say that, guys, you can just jump into this because most of these ideas are passion based, right? And if you can do this thing, something that comes easy for you, then you can definitely monetize it. Okay, let us make money. Okay, otherwise, welcome to Career Therapy. Let's discuss these 10 low cost side hustles. Welcome everyone. My name is Noah Mdluli and welcome to Career Therapy. Side hustles can be anything between passion projects, business ventures, investments. But think about what excites you, think about what you do, what comes easily for you that you can monetize. Okay. So let's just get straight into it. Let's break down some low cost, minimal capital side hustles that can thrive in our economy. Okay. I was also very intentional to make sure that these are side hustles that can thrive in our economy in Eswatini, I think also in South Africa, but more than anything, I've really contextualized it to us in Eswatini because I do think that there's a gap in the market for these ideas. Okay. And like I said, either you're employed or unemployed, there's definitely something for you in this episode. Okay, so let's just dive straight into it. Okay, the first idea is a meal prepping business. Okay, so if you're a person who is a really good cook, right, or you have decent cooking skills, or you have trained, like you're a trained chef, you are definitely sitting in an income gold, right? Because you can whip up some meals, especially healthy meals. And I want to say the target market should be 9 to 5ers, okay? Or even people that just wanna, prep healthy meals, right? Because sometimes you find that life gets a lot. People do not really have the time to cook like a 7 course meal every day, even though we all know that we need all the elements of the meal to have a healthy meal. So if you're a person that can cook and you have time on your hands and you are literally sitting on a gold mine, right? You can always start small, start cooking meals for yourself and then capture that, visualize it, and then start sharing it either on social media or you can create flyers, you can drop them off at gyms, in corporate spaces, you can start like with 3 meals a day, maybe do and deliver those meals, and stuff like that. Like literally. And maybe also another thing that I can say about meal prepping is the fact that maybe because people don't like the same thing, you can have like a menu and then a person can choose what they like and like be flexible to when they want to customize whatever meals that they want to have, and I really think that there's a gap in the market for that and you can do that. And then you can even go as far as creating cooking classes, and stuff like that so that your business can thrive. So I do think that that is a side hustle idea for people that can really cook. Okay. And then the second idea is an errand running service. Okay. I know that most 9 to 5ers are usually at work or other people that you find that or even business people like entrepreneurs, you find that they're so busy they do not have time to run errands. So it could be buying groceries, it could be making those pharmacy runs, like if in case a person needs to get like a quick cough mixture, in a pharmacy, or even queuing in government offices in case a person needs to go and like get some form before they start the process, or even completing the process, paying off taxes for cars, for other things like the revenue offices. If it's something that a third party can do, you can start a business like that, and or even delivery services. I think delivery services can also be errand people. I know this because sometimes delivery services or gifting services, okay, and the gifting one is a gap, really, really, really a gap, because you find that sometimes you have a friend and it's a birthday and you kind of want to just surprise them, but you don't have the time. So if there could be someone that could go buy the gift, buy those flowers, and then go and deliver that to the person's workplace, I think there's a gap there. Okay. And I think that you can start small, define your jurisdiction, and you can employ people. If you're in a 9 to 5, you can have like your cousin or whatever, that person that you find that has time in their hands running those errands for you. You can have a WhatsApp or create online presence so that people can just talk to you online, send the money, then you do the delivery for whatever, those groceries, those pharmacy runs, anything like that. Like, and you can also define your jurisdiction. You don't have to start like in the whole country. You can be good to when babane phela or when manzeni phela, and then kancane kancane, and then you grow, right? So I really think that that is also a good side hustle idea. Okay. And then the other idea that I think, the third one, is be a social media manager. Okay, so I know that this is also another gap. A lot of small businesses, startups, or even people that want to be personal brands do not know how to manage their social media to hail, like, sometimes not even only startups, even big companies struggle with this. Okay, so you could always pitch your services. That's another thing about these things. Some people don't know what they need, right? So you can always just create a company profile for yourself, or like a profile for yourself, to say that, listen, this is what I've done with my account. Especially those people that are good with social media, this is what I've done with my account, this is what I would do for your account, right? And obviously with social media, the what do you call this? You can always measure the success of what you're doing through the numbers, or through the revenue that the company is getting, or the number of customers, or the traffic that's coming through their page, right? So that is definitely easy. So if social media comes easy for you, if you're like already an influencer, or like you are also quite good at brand managing other people or companies, that's definitely another thing that you can do. Um you can create content calendars, TikTok challenges, and do all these things to make sure that that company is visible. Okay, and then you can also then scale by going into website management, and creating websites and all these things. You can partner with those digital um people that are good with those digital services, and then you can just always like create a small business. And with these type of things, the good thing about it is that also it's quite flexible. You can work from home, you can do it on the side, after work and stuff like that. So I really think that this is also another gap that we have in our society. Okay. And then the fourth business idea, which is quite trivial, but I do think that I put it in this list because it's also another low cost idea that people can actually go into. If you're good with makeup and wig installations, okay, the ladies know, will see you are probably sitting on a gold mine if you have the skill. If you know how to do your own makeup and you know how to install wigs and you're not monetizing it, I don't know what you're doing. So yeah, but like start small as well. Like start by doing your own makeup and stuff like that. People will pay for convenience. I'm telling you now, some people are really not good at these things and they will pay for convenience. I'm actually one of those people that would pay for this convenience. And we all know with these, they cost, each person, between makeup and wig installations, they cost between 500 to between 300 and 500. And if you do 5 to 10 people, that's like 2.5 to 5,000 in a weekend, right? Especially because weekends are quite busy. People have a lot of events. People have birthdays, people have weddings, other events that people are attending. So they always need these services. So you can also visualize this, make sure that people can see what your work, and once people see your work, definitely they'll start coming in. Once you take photos of your work, you've done enough. You can do transformation videos, and stuff like that, on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and everywhere. And then the business will start coming. Okay, so definitely, if I know that you know how to do this and you're not making money out of it, I will be personally mad at you. Okay. And then, so we're all the way halfway now, because right now we with number 5. And the fifth side hustle that you can do is event planning. Okay. And event planning is definitely there are not a lot of event planners in this country. Okay, and I'm not speaking about event planning in terms of owning the items that you're planning for. It's just the coordination. Like I said, people will pay for convenience. Okay, so plan things for people love these things but hate the admin of it. Okay, so you can be an affordable event planner, plan birthdays, plan engagements, baby showers, just be the go-to person to coordinate. If you know that you have the skill, kuthi uyathi nje ukuthi nakunawe indlu iyahlangana and ifike ekugcineni, right? I would say that look into monetizing that. You don't need to own the items, even though you can then scale and then grow into owning the items, all those deco things that you do then on the side. But I'm just speaking to the coordination aspect to say that if a person needs to plan their birthday, all the your client needs to do is just give you the details to say, okay, this is what I want to do, when, and then you just literally do your work, your magic, and make sure that everyone's there, make sure that the service providers are there, everything is done to the T. That's definitely something that I can pay for. So I would say that if you're a good organizer, good at planning, good at coordinating stuff, I would say that look into going into that business. Okay. And then the sixth side hustle idea that I would say you can go into, is teaching a hobby. Okay, teaching a hobby. So if you know that you're good at something, if you have the skill that other people admire and you don't have it, and this is a plethora of things, guys. It could be a sport like a swimming, you could be a swimming coach or a tennis coach, or golf, or if you can play a guitar, and the good thing about teaching a hobby is the fact that you can make it an experience. Okay, and once you make it an experience, even better, because people are always looking for experiences. People are always looking for Instagrammable moments, things that they can do, and then show off what they're doing, right? I know of in Prison Break, there's the studio, this tufting studio. Okay, like it's such a I find that that is very cute, because tufting is that thing where you have that gun thing that you create like these little mats, or like, yeah, little mats, that are cute, that people put in front of their mirrors. I'll try and insert a picture here. It is such a cool thing, and they've literally made an experience. And because you can go there with your partner, you can go there with your friend, people are now capturing it and sharing it, and then now you can do it. So I don't think we have a tufting studio in this country, and I know that people will pay for it. Pottery, you could look into doing some pottery classes, learn that skill. Once you learn it, create it, make it an experience, and then make sure that you teach other people. There's this other lady that does the painting thing in Malandelas. She's been doing really well. People are always going there. And the thing is about these things is the fact that you don't do it once. You can always go back. Anytime you feel like you want to date with your friend, you want to have a chat, you can do it while you are doing something therapeutic, So definitely look into it. Okay, look into it. Yeah, definitely look into it. And if you do it, and if you start doing it, and I feel like you need to like create me, or like give me free services, because right, I gave you this idea. So yeah, anyway, so let us go to business idea number 7. Number 7 is quite trivial, but also you can go look into it, because I think that it's in different phases. It's tutoring. Okay, you can tutor literally primary school kids. I know my brother unema afternoon classes because he's struggling, he's Swati. So, and he's doing really well now because he started the afternoon classes. So look into doing more afternoon classes, not only for what do you call this, primary school kids, but also high school kids, varsity, that's actually the actual tutoring, or people even in adult, education. So it's a plethora of people that you can, teach. Just look at what you're really good at in these fields, and then just go into it. You can always same create a profile online, engage people that need this, go to varsities, create flyers, and make sure that you put it up so that you can assist people. It's not only tutoring, but also even university students usually need help with the assignments, and all these things. You can always look into that. So if you're a good person, if you're good academically, I feel like you should not be sitting on this. Even if you're a student and you like you're still looking for, like, you're graduating, you're looking for jobs, you can definitely go into this one. Okay, post it in in community groups, and just make sure that you help struggling students and parents, because sometimes parents don't have time. You're going to do some of my homeworks. Okay, so you can also look into it. And then, yeah, definitely, if you're a good person, good services, people will definitely engage you. Okay, so side hustle number 8 is being a wedding content creator. I know I'm quite biased about this one, but I've seen it, and the reason why I'm saying I'm biased is because I am looking for a wedding content creator for my actual I'm waiting, because right now I'm still engaged. So, like, I really do think that I've been seeing this on social media, and I do think that these events can be so overwhelming, and sometimes they are professional photographers, but they just capture the big moments, and they're there for all these other capturing the serious things. But a wedding content creator is a person who's just in the background capturing the you know those moments that are unseen, and basically behind the scenes, and I think that they really do a good job, and the brides are usually extremely happy about that. So for us kukahle, because we also have malobolo, so even lobola, it can be done. I know that Lulega does a great job in capturing Logo Siswati, and it's good because now we are marketing our culture, and what actually goes on behind a malobolo, which is quite good, because I've always complained about how we don't usually document our things, and we don't know what to pass down to the younger generations now that we are the adults in our generation. So it's good that now that if we capture these things, then it's going to help, because now we know exactly what to tell our kids when they grow up, was how do these things run. Okay, so definitely that person captures all the background, all these other events, and there's no fancy gear needed. You just need your phone. You just need, if you know that you're a good capturer of events and a capturer of moments, and you know how to do that, we see it on your social media, that's definitely a side hustle that you can go into. Okay, there are weddings every weekend, and we all know with tea, you can definitely go into that. Okay, so look into packaging that and selling your services. Okay, so the ninth one is setting up Polaroid stations at events. I know that we all have that Polaroid camera, right? That instant camera, that thing that like takes out those Polaroid images. And I definitely think that that is a business that you're sitting on if you have that camera. Okay, you can always set up a booth in festivals and weddings, in markets, whatever that's happening. You can always set up that studio and make sure that you capture people's moments. I know that the film is a bit expensive, but if you buy that film and you sell that image, per image, you can definitely make that back that money and even more, right? Because people are always looking to capture these moments, and Polaroid pictures, there's a lot that you can do with it. People put it behind their phones, it's something that's memorable. People put it in their fridges, people, they have a Polaroid album right now, or a gallery wall of Polaroids. There's a lot that you can do with Polaroid pictures, and you can charge per picture, and or even sell per bundle, like depending on what that event is. People's weddings, people's birthday parties. People always want to capture a moment and just keep it forever. So I would definitely say that look into that, buying those things and keeping them in your house, and then they rent it out, and obviously make sure that you visualize it and you share it on social media and stuff like that. And then the 10th one is also quite it's not trivial, but I would definitely say look into it. It's being a personal stylist. Okay. So there are these people that have good fashion sense. Okay. Those people that have, when they put an outfit together, it is just, they do it so well, so seamlessly, and they're able to style literally a t-shirt and a jean outfit, and it looks so good. I feel like those people are sitting on money, because people don't always know how to style themselves for whatever that they're doing. It could be styling themselves for a festival, for a wedding, for a photo shoot, for, or even just literally they want to transform their wardrobe. Okay. If you're a person that knows how to do that for yourself, you can definitely look at people and be like, okay, this is what would look good on you. You know the color combinations, you know what's in fashion that season, you know what people staples, what people can look into, people's body types. People are always looking to look good. So you can definitely go into this field and help people shop what they should wear, and do in-person styling. When a person has a birthday, help them pick out an outfit. Go to see them, well, when they have a photo shoot or anything, go to see them, make sure that everything is there. You can even direct that photo shoot and make sure that everything in the background is there. I know that a lot of people do this, and you guys, if you know how to do this and you're not monetizing it, I feel like you're sitting on money. So make sure that you go into that. And this is good because it's not an everyday thing, but it's something that can bring in money passively. If you're good if you're in a corporate place, and you know that on weekends you could do this consulting or after hours. Okay. And if you're unemployed, it's even better. So make sure that you style people, you share it on your page, and show people the back behind the scenes of how that process went, and people will know what you do, and definitely look into investing in that more. Okay. Otherwise, that is it, guys. Those are the 10 side hustle ideas that I think we should look into in this country, that I think is a gap. Please let me know if you know anything else that people can look into doing. The key thing about the side hustle is the fact that it definitely needs you to balance. I'm talking to the people that are employed now. It needs you to balance. Make sure that you don't fumble the real bag. Okay. Always focus on your 9 to 5. Make sure that you put in your energy there and you do what's expected of you. Don't let your side hustle now take over your main hustle. Okay. Otherwise, yes, we should be transitioning, because I do think that we need to now let go of that mindset to go to the side hustle. It needs to become your main hustle at some point. But while you're still employed, make sure that your priorities are straight. You all know, go see, the main income shouldn't be inconvenienced. And then look into the multiple streams of income. And if you can actually start making more money from the side hustles than the main hustle, even when you're putting in half the energy, because obviously you have work, then and you've done it for a couple of months, now you see it's okay, this side hustle income is actually topping the main hustle income, then you can look into leaving it and making your side hustle your actual main cycle. But before that happens, let's not leave our jobs, guys. We still definitely need them. We need that constant income. We just need to make sure that we are creative in what we do, and the things that fuel our passion, and the things that are good for us. Make sure that you do something that is fun for you, and otherwise, yeah, I think that we should make sure that we have our priorities straight. Okay. Otherwise, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you found this very informative and share it with your friends, share it with someone that you know would do well in any of these categories.